We had an early morning Ryanair flight the day before our embarkation to Barcelona and stayed for one night in the Barcelona Raval Hotel. Quite a quirky hotel, but with a roof terrace with good views. Embarkation was smooth and very quick the following morning. Our cabin was a sunset veranda on deck 11 at the very rear of the ship. Our dinner on the first night was in Le Petit Chef, where each course is preceded by an animation projected right onto your plate.
At least you'll be able to make an interesting picture for your Instagram. Hashtag most amazing dinner of my life. Hashtag Petit Chef so cute. Okay, without further ado, pay close attention. Leçon numéro 1. Like the fairy tale from Snow White, right? Turns out it was because the rich were eating of silvery fruit plates, and the tomatoes, which are high in acidity, dissolved part of the lead from the plate, and so when they ate tomatoes, they got lead poisoning. Finally, in the 19th century, an Italian chef created a pizza to celebrate the visit of Queen Margherita to Naples. He made a pizza with 3 ingredients that represented the colors of the new Italian flag. Red, the tomato sauce. White, the mozzarella cheese. And green, the basil topping. And so the pizza margherita was born.
Overnight, we sailed to Cannes in the south of France. Celebrity Edge at anchor, and not too far away, MSC Seaview, which dogged us more or less every step of the way on this cruise. We went ashore for just long enough to have a short walk along the promenade and a cup of French coffee. By the time we reboarded the ship, it was getting very warm indeed. Next morning, we're anchored off Portofino on Italy's Ligurian coast. Once again, it was very hot, and we've been to Portofino many times. Tendering ashore was taking a very long time. In fact, open tendering didn't begin until 1:45 p.m. We decided to stay on board and enjoy the views from the ship. It's a very short hop from Portofino to La Spezia. We took a leisurely stroll along the promenade and up into the old town centre. As usual, a coffee stop. One of the ways up to the castle. We didn't attempt this. This recent statue of the composer Richard Wagner commemorates his visits here. And there's another way up to the castle. This impressive looking building is the main post office. We walk across the Piazza Giuseppe Verdi, and it's time to head back to the ship before it gets too hot again. Our next stop is Civitavecchia, the port for Rome. And our faithful travelling companion, MSC Seaview, is berthed right behind us. We're not intending to go into Rome today, but plan to stay in Civitavecchia. So we have to get the port shuttle to the dock gate at Via della Pace and then walk through the town. The later stages of this walk are quite pleasant. In the old town centre we found a nice place to stop for coffee, and then we walked back along the seafront. This statue, called Unconditional Surrender, is one of several copies at different places around the world. Through the night we sailed through the Bonifacio Strait to Ajaccio, Corsica, now part of France. We set off on our morning stroll to the old town. The Maison Napoleon is the birthplace of Napoleon Bonaparte. This is the monument to Napoleon and his four brothers in the Place de Gaulle. We took our morning coffee in a cafe at one edge of the Place de Gaulle. Walking back through the old town, time to re-embark and have lunch. On our way back to Barcelona, we have a full day at sea. Time for a little look at some of the features of Celebrity Edge. There's the roof garden with its outdoor cinema. The heart of the ship is the Grand Plaza. There's a series of birch plywood figures. This mysterious and quirky passageway towards Eden actually has a name. It's called Avalon. There are some quirky furniture items around the ship. At first sight, this may appear to be a static mural, but in fact it's animated. And so we arrive in Eden. And outside, the promenade deck. The final lunch buffet of the cruise had some spectacular cakes on display. And also a lot of fish. Our flight home isn't until the evening, so we took a day room at the Intercontinental Hotel. This also has a roof terrace with great views. That's just a short walk from the Magic Fountain, which unfortunately is not operating at the moment due to local drought conditions.